This meeting is being recorded.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Horsemen Hangout, our yearly edition, I guess it is now. I am your host, Mr. Justin. We have 3 of the 4 horsemen here with us. Hope to be joined by the 4th, the King, in just a short bit. But we're here on the 26th of December, 2022. Apologies for my voice, a little scratchy. I had the flu for the past week, but I'm getting over it. I'm rough. I'm toughing it out, and we're here for the viewers here, all of our fans around the world. And joining me is my brother, Ryan DiBiase there, host of RueTV, RueTV Live, RueTV YouTube channel, and all the above. Rue, what's up, Rue?
Hello to everybody. Hello to all the old Horseman Hangout fans. It's been a long time. Nothing but the best for you guys. Nothing but the best for you guys. I hope you've had a great holiday, a great Christmas, whatever you celebrate. And it's good to be back at talking, whatever the hell we want to talk about. Then it's been far too long, virtual or in person, that the Horsemen have hung out. So,
Thank you. We're going to recap 2022. We're going to talk about Christmas. We're going to do all of that. And also, I'd like to introduce my good friend from years and years and years, Mr. Anthony Zorzi. Mr. Steve, how's it going?
It's going great. It's good to be on here with you guys. I know for the Christmas times, you usually go your way, I go mine. But it's glad to get together and do this, recap the year. Got a lot to talk about. It's been a while since we've done this, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Awesome. Guys, I'd love to get into the chat right now, but have to take care of some business right off the top. This Horseman Hangout has 2 sponsors. The first sponsor brought to you by is Clausen Pickles. Kosher dill, crispy on a sandwich, pickles. I'm gonna have one right now. You guys like Clausen Pickles?
Well, I do, but where do you buy those at? What grocery stores sell Clausen? Can you tell us a couple grocery stores that sell them?
Clausen is found all over the country. If you're in the north, you could be going to ShopRite or Acme. If you're on the West Coast, you could be going to, Whole Foods. I guess they have out there in the south.
Right.
There's Kroger's.
Kroger's. Okay.
You can go anywhere. So again, Clausen Pickles. You want a crunch? Just say Clausen's.
All right, Clausen's.
Pickles.
I'm more of a Vlasic pickles guy myself, but I'm sure they're good.
Yeah,
they're great. For our second sponsor, I have to just put this ad up because they wanted me to show it. And
get it up.
Just real quick, guys. It's not professional, but DreamWorks presents Trolls. So we had Pickles. Our second ad is for Trolls, starring Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake. Is now streaming on all streaming platforms. Very good movie. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't share my screen. Yes. DreamWorks Trolls. So yeah, won't talk too much about that, but we want to thank our sponsors, Pickles, Clausen Pickles, and also Trolls. So, all right. Going right into the chat, guys. What a year it's been. The first, and introducing from Williamstown, New Jersey.
He's here.
Class of '99. The King, the one, Mr. Lancer.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
There he is in the flesh.
Yeah, I'm just a little late, but it's okay.
I love the hat, Mr. Lane, the KC Monarchs. Is that right?
Yep. It was either this or the Braves, so I figured I'd just wear this hat tonight. So, yep.
Awesome. And you're looking good. You've been working out. You can keep staying in shape.
Yeah, you could say that. Yep.
Awesome. Well, we're just getting into it here on this year-end recap edition of the Horseman Hangout, talking about everything that happened in the past year. How was y'all's Christmases, I guess, to start with? Did you have a good Christmas?
Oh, great.
Man,
Well, did you guys, Mr. Lane, did you have the ever so popular ham for dinner?
No, we had something different. it wasn't ham. It was a different dinner. I think we had like beef roast or something like that. So yeah.
Hey, just as good, just as good.
Now, for my Christmas, you could hear Mr. Lane, I had the flu actually. So in the past year, I've had the flu, COVID, and hand, foot, and mouth disease. So
Oh boy.
Ooh,
that was my 2022. That's having little kids.
Jeez.
oy vey.
Mr. Rue, I did not get this chance to see you over Christmas. I will see you soon, though, my brother.
Well, I've got some gifts for your little ones, and we will catch up in a few days, I believe. So it was an interesting, different type of Christmas, but I'm kind of used to this now. We haven't had a true everybody there since like 2019. So I guess what's another year of weird attendance for medical reasons, right? Or
Oh, yeah.
sickness reasons. But it was fun. And we're gonna have some more fun throughout the week. We're gonna have the most fun tonight on the Horseman Hangout.
Z, how was your Christmas, Mr. Z?
I had a great Christmas. Great Christmas. You know, spent with family, my niece and nephew, really into Santa Claus these days, and had a great Christmas with my wife. Got some good gifts, had a good time. No ham, but we had a great Christmas.
And any relations,
What's that now?
physical gifts or
I mean,
kind of gifts?
yeah. I mean, there might have been no ham, but there was a bone.
Well, we all know that, buddy.
So it was ham bone?
Well, you know,
You could say
All
you
right.
know, we've been at it it's been far too long since we've all got together, and I'm hoping that 2023 will spell the end to the curse, the Horseman Hangout curse of the lack thereof of true hangouts. Mr. Lane, are you looking forward to physically hanging out with us in person this coming year? Finally, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why not?
As am I. We got a big year ahead of us. A lot of stuff going on. Of course, in 2024 will be WrestleMania in Philadelphia. I'm sure that'll be circled on all of our calendars. It is mine. It's going to be a huge event for the city of brotherly love, as well as the World Cup coming in 4 years. But we can't look too far ahead. So, 2023 is upon us. And anything you guys are looking forward to or have any resolutions for the new year? Rue, anything?
Resolutions for the new year. Well, I have one, and I told my cousin this yesterday, and my resolution is to make 2023 the year that we bring Mr. Lane back to RueTV. He's going to be back. He hasn't been seen on my channel since early 2020, pre-pandemic, but I'm going to get my resolution is to get Mr. Lane back on RueTV.
He does big numbers. I'll say that.
He's the most beloved person that's ever appeared on RueTV, and I'm talking some people are dead that have appeared on the YouTube channel. I got a list of dead people in there, so and then a list of alive people. But in terms of bringing those numbers, putting butts in seats, in terms of views, it's Mr. Lane, and my goal, my New Year's resolution is get Mr. Lane back on RueTV. So hopefully, Mr. Lane, we'll see you soon.
We'll see about that there, bro. We'll see about that.
Okay. Mr. Z, anything you're looking forward to in the coming year?
I am looking forward to maybe going back to Clearwater. I know me and Mr. Justin kind of like tossed that idea around. Maybe we can shoot down there for a weekend or something. I don't know if it's in the cards, but I have to talk to Miss Elena to see if that would be something she'd be interested in. But also, I'm excited for the usual things. There's NBA playoffs, NFL playoffs, and then the Phillies. So very excited for my teams.
Guys, before we get into that, I just wanted to cut in here with a little segment here. I want to do an in memory of people who died in 2022 real quick. Just run through it. I'm
You got
gonna
a lot
share
of
my screen.
you got a lot of guys and gals who passed away, buddy. You got a lot of ground to cover
Well,
in terms of humans who kicked the
gonna-
proverbial bucket.
we're gonna
Talking
take
about
it in order here. And you guys, I want Rue to go first, and Zorzi and Lane, and you guys just say a few things on each person here. Can you see my screen?
all right. Yes, I see it.
Gold.
Anna Kendrick and Justin
see it.
Timberlake.
Again,
Timberlake was
not
Timberlake's
dead.
dead.
No, we're
He's not
presented by trolls. Again, pickles and trolls.
All right.
Rue, take the first one. Just say a sentence or two, about this guy's life.
Oof. Scott Hall, innovator, legendary, the man who broke the mold, changed wrestling forever when he showed up on Monday Nitro. And prior to that was a big part of our childhood as Razor Ramon, and just the never be forgotten, excellent worker, great talker. He's just very sad. A lot of people think he could have even gone earlier because of his demons, but he lasted. How old was he? About 50 something, 59, maybe 58, I think, or so. Still too young, still far too young, but we miss Scott Hall. We love Scott Hall, and hopefully his legacy will carry on through the young workers as they watch him on Peacock throughout the years.
Yes. Agreed. R.I.P. Scott Hall. Mr. Z, any words for OLJ?
What the hell's up?
Olivia Newton-John,
Correct.
another tragic death in the year of 2022. You could say she's most famous as her role as Sandy in the movie Grease. I watched that movie a ton when I was young. Great soundtrack. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John, Summer Nights, classic song. And I think she'll be remembered mostly for that, but she had a decent singing career after that, and was a very popular actress and singer for a lot of people. And I believe she had an illness, and she eventually succumbed to that. So R.I.P. Olivia Newton-John.
Quick anecdote. I know that Mrs. Anthony's mother is a big Grease fan, and I recall as a young lad going to Anthony's house and Mrs. Orzi having Grease on or the soundtrack on like all the time. So,
Speaking of musicals, you know what I just saw
This is
recently
true.
for the first time? I just saw the 70s musical Rocky Horror Picture Show. That was interesting. I want Mr. Lane to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show and give his reaction. Watch that with Tim
I've heard
Curry.
of it.
Tim Curry. Interesting.
Frank and Furter.
Yeah,
So,
Frank. And who's the one? Riff Raff. That character, Riff Raff. Yeah.
Let's see who Mr. Lane drew here next. Ah, yes.
Ah,
Queen Elizabeth.
The Queen of England, very, very interesting figure. Well, she made a difference like all over the world, basically, especially, in her native United Kingdom. She was a queen a long time. Now you have the king that's going to be stepping up to the throne real soon. But she was there an awfully long time. Now, if you ever watch footage of the old England World Cup of '66, that was her as a younger queen at the time. That was presenting the World Cup medals and the Jules Rimet Trophy to then England, who won the World Cup in '66, but they didn't win, the World Cup then.
And now that she did, who's the queen now?
Well, it's now going to be the king. Her son is going to be the king of England real soon. So
No, but I mean that. No, everyone knows she did. Now, who is the queen now to take over the crown of the queen?
You want to know who the Queen of England is? Wait a minute.
Right, the current one.
No. Mr. Lane has it right. Her son be the king.
Yeah, but he's not a female.
Well, Rue was asking about the Queen of England, but what I'm just clarifying is that it's the king, that's going to be next to the throne. Then you have I think you have the princes, the late Diana's sons who were like next to the throne after that, if I'm right. So
Right. And Charles is married to Camilla now, right? But I don't think she'll be the queen because she's not.
no, not to my knowledge, no. But
I guess after all those years, after that song by Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, she didn't save her because she did.
and
Oh,
96
boy.
years young.
Oh boy.
Gone too soon.
No, she looks like a nice young lady, or she looks like a joyous heart full of gold. You know,
See
heart of gold.
those jagged teeth?
Corazon,
She bites
no jagged. Corazon de Oro. What's that mean?
Heart of gold.
Heart of gold.
Rue, give
Yeah.
me something on Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. Okay, my earliest memory of Angela Lansbury was watching Murder, She Wrote at my mom and Papa Bricio's house. I also remember her narrating a Wizard of Oz special, like a special feature on the Wizard of Oz, and she was gushing over the ruby slippers that she was holding the ruby slippers in her hand. Very iconic in the 80s. I'm surprised she left. How old was she? Got to be in her 90s, right? She passed, what, 96,
I
97?
think so. Yeah.
I had heard an interview with her on, I think it was with on Fresh Air, I think, driving home one day. And she was with it, sharp as a tack, and still had her wits. I don't think she lost her wits, even though she was very old. But R.I.P. Angela Lansbury, a great gal, a great icon, and Murder, She Wrote. Classic
She dead.
show. Classic
She dead.
show. Yeah, she did.
Okay. Mr. Z,
Ooh,
James Caan.
Elf.
James Caan, yes. Santino Corleone. For those who don't know, he played Vito Corleone, Marlon Brando, the Godfather. The first son of Marlon
Yes.
Brando's character,
Yes.
Vito Corleone, was played by James Caan. Ironically enough, bit of trivia. It's kind of a spoiler, but in Godfather 2, James Caan was only in one scene of that movie. And he demanded that he be paid his entire salary from Godfather 1 just to come back and do one scene in Godfather 2. And he did get paid that, and he was in one scene, but he was fantastic in that.
Ooh.
And the movie Elf as well.
Oh, funny story about James Caan, guys. I went to this con about 6 years ago with my dad. It was called Legends of Hollywood. James Caan was there. I was in line to get the autograph for James. James Caan was there. Tony Danza was there. One of the elves from, or one of the Wizard of Oz Munchkins was there. I wanted to see James Caan. I admired him for years. I was in line for James Caan, about to get his autograph, and this old lady turned around at me and said, "Oh, you're just standing here cutting in line, old man. Cutting in line, old man." First of all, I was like, where do you get off? I was 24. I was 24 at the time. I'm not an old man. Or maybe she was being sarcastic. You know what I mean? They was, oh, old man, trying to be. I was not cutting in front of nobody. I was so pissed. I got my ticket. I said, shit, I want a refund. They gave me because you get your prepay for the thing. I said, I got my refund. I got in line for Tony Danza, best guy I ever met in the world. Got an autograph, signed it, took a picture with me and my dad. Shook his hand. So I never got to meet James Caan. I mean, shit. That's my story of that. I mean, I feel
What
bad.
story?
I never got to meet him
Wow.
because of that lady.
You black out?
No,
I knew
but
he was a big favorite actor of yours too.
I got accused of cutting in line. Shit, old bag. You know?
I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Mr. Lane, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Yep. Gentleman from Fuller and Fuller House. He was also in America's Funniest Home Videos. He's really the American dad, America's dad, He was excuse me, yeah, he was a very, very credible comedian, excellent comedian. It was just too soon that he passed. And the circumstances beyond that, it was just tragic. I think he passed away in a I think it was motel room or something like that. He was on tour. He was supposed to be doing a tour at the time, and excuse me, he was supposed to be doing a tour, and basically his life was cut way too short. But he was America's father. He was known for Fuller House, Full House. Full House, of course, ran from, I believe, from 87 to like 90, I think 95, something like that. And then they had the Fuller House show on Netflix. Fortunately, they had probably, I think they basically had almost the whole cast of that show almost, except the special twins that I won't name on this, but it's all about, Bob Saget here. So he was America's father. He was there for the daughters. He was a great father, to those, and he even behind the scenes, he would be there for the girls. I think Jodie Sweetin, who was the middle daughter, she even had some stories about, she sung praise for Bob Saget. I think also Candace Cameron Bure, I think she was like the oldest sister. She had, a lot of good things to say about Bob Saget. He got a lot of praise throughout the whole entertainment world, technically. He was very good.
Yes.
Primarily known for America's Funniest Home Videos. He was the original host of that. And then he was, Full House, and that was where he was primarily known for.
Yeah.
Gone way too soon.
Also a great stand-up comedian, and actually directed one of my favorite movies, Dirty Work. And he also, if anybody out there watching is interested, they're all on YouTube. During the pandemic, he started an internet Zoom talk show where he had a lot of great guests on. Very good talks, hour-long talks. They're still up there. I mean, I think he even did one as soon as a couple days before he passed. I went on that last tour. So check out his Zoom talk. I'm sure he'd be appreciative that, it they don't go unseen, because he put a lot of work into that talk show he had. So check it out. Bob Saget, RIP, loved you.
Guys, it says my meeting will end in 10 minutes. Not great.
Ah, jeez.
Um,
These silly Zoom meetings, and you only had like 40 minutes to work with? Oh my goodness.
I guess so.
We'll have to turn the afterburners on now.
Yeah, or we could do another. All right. Quick.
We could always start another.
Rapid fire. Rue.
Yeah.
Ray Liotta.
Oh, geez. Ray Liotta. Oh, God.
Quick.
Goodfellas. Great legend. And of course, the ever so popular Field of Dreams. And what I was told, and what I've seen, a very big animal rights advocate, and loved dogs and cats from shelters. So RIP Ray Liotta. Love you, man.
Z. Godfrey.
Gilbert Gottfried, great comedian, great character actor, lots of bit parts in a lot of 90s movies. Was the voice of Iago in Aladdin, as well as lots of just funny bit parts in movies, but also his stand-up comedy was amazing. If you've never seen it before, watch his stand-up special called Dirty Jokes. You will laugh your ass off. RIP Gilbert Gottfried.
Thank you. Mr. Lane, Sidney Poitier.
Sidney Poitier, jeez. Yeah, great guy, great actor. My goodness. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Very
That's
well
all.
stated.
Yep.
Louis Anderson.
RIP Louis, miss you. He was a legend. He got a reinvigoration of his career with Baskets, won an Emmy, and going to soon. Shout out to his nephew, Josh, who was on my show this past year. I just talked to Josh earlier this week, actually. So I stayed in contact with his nephew. We're friends, and Louis was one of my favorites of all time, and severely missed.
Z.
Meatloaf, entertainer. His Bat Out of Hell album, well, one of the greatest classic rock albums of all time. 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad is a banger. Listen to that album in its entirety. Just fantastic stuff. R.I.P. Meatloaf.
And he was in
Mr. Lane, Betty White.
Oh yeah. Well, one of the greatest actresses, TV personalities of all time. Of course, she'd be famously known for her roles in old school game shows. I believe she was married to a game show host, Mr. Password himself, Alan Ludden, and she will forever be known as one of the classic Golden Girls ever.
Mr. Lane, out of the Golden Girls, which one would you date if you had to pick one?
Probably her. Probably Betty White. Absolutely.
All right.
She was a great actress.
Quick.
Is this me, Coolio?
Yeah, quick.
Yes.
Oh, Coolio, Gangster's Paradise. God, I love his appearance on SNL. He was in a few skits on SNL when the night he hosted. One of the people forget there was a time period there where Coolio was the biggest rapper in the world. Coolio, miss you, love you, and I gotta say that you were the last of a breed of rappers that were fun and lighthearted, and well, I mean, he was serious too, but you know what I mean. He's old school. Miss you, Coolio.
All right. Second to last, Vin Scully, Z.
Vin Scully, if not the greatest baseball voice of all time, the longtime voice of the Brooklyn/Los Angeles Dodgers, just a titan of broadcasting in general, not just baseball. A true legend, and from all accounts, a true gentleman. The legendary Vin Scully, R.I.P.
Thank
Wasn't
you.
there accusations against Vin Scully or something?
No.
That about him and an intern?
I don't believe so.
Mm,
I don't think so.
Not that I heard of. No. Where'd
Something
you?
about an LA intern. Her name Laura something. I can't
When
remember
was
the name.
this?
That was
It was like 2004, I think, and they said that there was something going on with some
I think that was
intern named
Chris
Laura.
Big Dog. I think that was Chris Big Dog Russo
Oh,
from out of
okay.
New York.
All right, I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vin Scully, if you're hearing me now. I apologize about you and Laura.
All right. It says I only
Okay.
have 5 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is either I can do another one tonight, or we could do a part 2, maybe late in a week or two. Does that sound good? Maybe a part 2.
Let's do a part
yeah,
two.
yeah,
I don't
let's-
care.
All right.
Part 2 would be great.
We'll just get this 5 minutes in, and then we'll do a part 2, and I'll put them together in a YouTube.
Yeah,
clip. But
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, the last one I wanted to do, the obituary, very important, very sad death in 2022. Mr. Lane, please say a few words about the 2022 Atlanta Braves.
Oh boy. Well, I'll just say this much now. As far as the division series was concerned,
That was
the
low, man.
Phillies,
That was low.
well, the Phillies were the better team, and they were the healthier team for 5 games. They won. There's nothing I can complain about. I'll just say one little thing. You guys got a couple key players back that played a contribution towards the playoffs. You guys had Castellanos back, and you also had Bryce Harper, most valuable player. He came back, and the Phillies went on this Cinderella run, which was ended unfortunately by Dusty Baker's Astros. And I'm going to say this in closing: Baker effing deserved it. So he deserved a championship after he was unlucky 30 years ago with the Giants in that great pennant race. He deserved that world title. That's it.
Mr. Z covered him with suit. What do you got
Well,
for us?
Mr. Lane, a couple things here. First, Mr. Justin and I were lucky enough to go to some games during the postseason run, and I will say that Rhys Hoskins' home run off Spencer Strider, for which I was in the 400 level, the building absolutely shook. That is a moment in Phillies history that will go down forever, the epic bat spike. But yes, you can give Dusty Baker his props, and I know you wouldn't root for the Phillies if they were going up against the devil himself. But the Houston Astros still cheated. They still have people from their team who cheated, and that's unforgivable, even if managed by Dusty Baker. But you can't discount the Phillies because they absolutely deserve to be there. Yes, it was a Cinderella run out of the 6th wild card spot, but the moments in the playoffs that they rose to, the Bryce Harper home run to put them into the World Series, was absolutely iconic, and it's a run I'll never forget. And beating the Braves was amazing. And correct me if I'm wrong. I just need some correction. Have the Braves ever beaten the Phillies in the playoffs, like ever in a series?
Oh, he's frozen. It's the what a way to freeze him in 2022 here, to end 2022.
Oh, God. We're leaving on a cliffhanger here.
He is frozen. We have 2 minutes to go. Will he be unfrozen by the time the show ends?
What a
Need to
cliffhanger.
thaw out a little bit.
We have a lot more to cover, but since we only have 2 minutes, Rue, I'll kick it to you if you wanted to just chat about anything. We'll do a part 2 coming up in maybe a week. We'll set a date, but
And no, Mr. Z, they haven't beaten the Phillies in the playoffs yet. I'll be waiting. It'll be 30 years. It'll be well worth the wait there, brother. That's all I gotta say. Hey, like I said, it was a Cinderella run.
Mr. Lane, hold that
Let me
fury.
talk to Z
Mr.
for the
Lane,
next minute
Mr.
or
Lane,
so, bro.
hold that fury, and we're gonna end the show on an old school note. I want you to cut a promo on Mr. Z as Rusev Lane.
Really?
Yes, Rusev Lane defending the break.
You want me to be Rusev?
Yes.
You mean Miro? You mean Miro from AEW, you silly man. Miro will come back to AEW and crush everybody again. Not Rusev. Rusev is dead, RueTV. You should know that. And Mr. Z, they haven't beaten the Phillies in the playoffs. It'll happen soon. More sooner than you think. I waited 29 years for this rematch. It didn't work the way I wanted it to. Braves will be back. The Phillies are dangerous right now. I never counted them out. They're more competitive compared to 30 years ago. Miro Crush.
Yes. Yes. We love it.
Yes.
Setting up 2023. Trey Turner versus the Braves here. We're gonna get cut off in any second now, so we're gonna do part 2 and we'll upload it as one. So we'll catch you guys soon. You'll be
Deuces.
what?
Nothing. Bye, guys. See ya.
Catch you on the flip.